try and make sure that this laning phase goes in their favor so that they can get themselves into a winning position in this game.
Don't feed? No. I think Invoker should probably rotate to the safe lane at like level 6. Make sure you get a kill on the mice or whatever. It's unlikely that you're really gonna kill the Raid King together with a Legion Commando, so I think securing the safe lane is gonna be the most important thing. Because Mars plus Hoodwink can be very scary for Void +1. And well, Void is kind of the win condition, so you need to make sure that he has a good game.
Well, up until this point here, Wingblade, we've seen that the side of 5RATFORCESTAFF, they, in some senses, live and die by the performances of Italiano Gangster. So we'll see if he's going to deliver once more for the squad here. I mean, he delivers now by preventing the warding mission. Hashtag worth. Game's already won, bro. Already GG. Just call it. Let's go to game 2.
Yeah. All of heroes in the mid lane, just chilling. Don't fight, just chill.
That sounds like advice for life in general, you know? Don't fight, just chill, guys. Just
True.
all take it easy.
If only our world leaders were listening.
Eish. That would make life so much easier. EMP. Oh, Yaren tried to throw out the Acorn shot to interrupt the grab from Italiano Gangster. Italiano Gangster will still take the bounty at the cost of some HP, but given that his team has gotten 3 bounties off of this, hashtag worth, dude. Whoever the lowly support is in this lane of Overlom, just buy more tangos. There we go. Already doing the right thing, bringing in the extra regen. I love to see it. This is a great way to start the game right now if you're on the side of 5RATFORCESTAFF.
I feel like that's probably gonna get changed as well. Like something about the regen. Because carries no longer buy regen, they just slap their supports.
Yep.
Like, give me HP.
Make your supports give you all the money you need. Now, we're going to see, in terms of supports that have a hard job to do, it's not that hard for Overlom to make sure Italiano Gangster can survive this lane, but Italiano Gangster, he's the one that has to sort of make sure that he's supporting his support. Never be in a situation where you die and make things harder for this hero. Especially because being in the 1v1 versus Mars, sure as Void, you don't die, but you don't do anything to the Mars either. And I think this is the kind of game where they need to absolutely impact the start of Luki in whatever way they can.
Yeah, and Luki going for the triple gauntlets of strength build. I've been seeing more and more of. Just gotta be strong.
Yep. What do you make of this? Does this turn into... I've seen like this turn into double bracer and 1 soul, but I've also seen it turn into just 1. What do you think is the optimal way in the off lane? There's actually been a lot of conversation about what are the optimal strength items to have in this side of the map if you are playing these more tanky heroes.
It's really difficult to say because you want to have some regen, whether that be a Ring of Health for like a Hood of Defiance or a Helm of Iron Will for an Armlet, or just a casual Helm of Iron Will, or just double bracer. You want to have some form of regen, and if this isn't the double bracer, it should be the Soul Ring. So he's gonna go for one of those. Which one, I am not completely sure, because as you said, it's a divisive topic.
Yep. Speaking, top lane, we might have Beergod's life being divided away from his body, and indeed, first blood will come out now from Stonebank, able to run down this Weaver. Does end up losing the Bloody 9 Lich behind him, but absolutely does not care. Worthwhile trade indeed. And Stonebank. This is not the easiest lane in the world here. I was going to talk about how things go in the top lane, but definitely being able to get that kill simplifies life somewhat. So life is a lot better for him. Something that I'm very confused about, though. I have not seen this in a long time. Look at middle here, Wingblade. Ray Laser is losing a 1v1 to the Nico Invoker here. I personally think that this lane is not like major Queen of Pain favored, but this is a delta that I did not expect to see a Queen of Pain being doubled up in the CS right now.
I don't think that Quop wins this lane. Because Invoker doesn't really care about harassment because of the Quas orbs, and he has mana drain and all kinds of annoying shit. But I also don't think that Quop should be getting destroyed, and that is what is happening. So yeah, it's rough. Sometimes when you're a mid laner, you just fuck up and you lose a lane that you shouldn't be losing, and then it feels bad, but hey, this is just the start of the game. Even if you mess up your lane completely, you can still have a lot of impact. So we're gonna be looking out for the Quop rotations this game.
Absolutely. You already mentioned that we expect to see Invoker, or we need to have this Invoker making an impact on the side lanes as soon as humanly possible. Another hero, I imagine that in this top lane for the side of DogChamp, they will also welcome a young Queen of Pain rotation. Perhaps she goes bottom to help kill Void, but always easier to go to the lane with a bit more guaranteed kill potential. For now, though, after a little bit of time, Stonebank has been able to catch up with his own CS, but he's very far behind the Quebe CS of this LC. This is not an easy lane for this Wraith King, given how difficult it is to harass out a Legion Commander with this moment of courage, but yet again, I don't think it should be this bad, should it, here, Wingblade?
Nah, it shouldn't. They're gonna be a little bit aggressive right now, but I don't think this is a fight they wanna take.
Absolutely not. Bloody Nine gets ran out. And they started this fight, but it's going to be Quebe that ends up finishing it, getting a kill on this Legion Commander and extending the lead even further, being past the salve as well by B-God. Very dutiful support duty being done in this top side of the map.
Yeah, gotta give some credit to the supports. Let's see. Legion is gonna be going for base boots into Blade Mill. Reason why, actually, we see Ogre dying, which is always a good thing.
Might lose Yaren though as well on the other side. So Hoodwink gets taken out in trade for this one. Italiano Gangster and Luki, both of them not in the healthiest place. Not enough mana from Luki to threaten the Gangster, and Gangster just time walked away. So just a straight up support trade. However, the experience does end up benefiting the side of DogChamp, and you know, it hasn't really been the smoothest ride for them in most of their laning phase at the moment. Only Luki is the only one right now doing moderately well, so kind of feels like they definitely needed that bonus experience by getting the kill first, but I don't know, it still feels like the rest of the map is so favored at the moment for the 5RATFORCESTAFFs.
Yeah, and just constant EMPs on mid as well. It's actually quite difficult for the Quop to go for a rotation because she's so low on mana.
Are we going to see any deviation on the Quap build? Or we're just going to normally see like normal power trades into Sanjin Kaya and then turning that into BKB? Actually, it feels like I've not seen a Quap build an Orchid in a very long time. And it does feel like the kind of game where I could see the use of an Orchid here. What do you think about this? Like against the LC, against Invoker, you know, heroes who will eventually be able to get BKB, but not immediately. And speaking of LC and Invoker, the rotation comes top. You said level 6, it's happening at level 6 here, Wingblade. EMP burns down onto Stonebank, only has 8 1 charges, doesn't have level 6, so no way to save himself. Will end up losing his life to the Legion Commander. Bloody Nine cannot help either, and the first rotation from Nico, especially successful by moving to the top lane and killing the opponent carry.
Yeah, I was expecting this rotation to come bot, but if you can kill the enemy carry, you will definitely take it. Especially because Legion is gonna hit level 6 now, which is just gonna ramp up the pressure even more. But before we got so rudely interrupted by these players killing each other, I was explaining why Legion commanders tend to go for Blade Mill first. Because Blade Mill changed a while ago and it no longer gives int, and we see Bloody Nine going down most likely. One more hit?
Nice one.
Oh, he's fine. But yeah, it just gives a shit ton of damage right now, so it farms. It ramps up your farming a great deal. And if you can get away with it, it's definitely better to get Blade Mill first and then Blink instead of the other way around. Just because it helps you farm so fast, and you definitely want to have them both at the same time. And then also, if you have something like Bloodlust to make you faster, you don't really need to blink that badly anyway.
Now that you actually mentioned that, I've been noticing that in the contemporary offlane meta. We'll talk about it in a second, because we have another rotation here, Wingblade. Nico, now he's going bottom, finds Relasa as well. EMP will be there, and they have the quick kill onto Overlord, but it might cost the life of both Quap and Mars. Quap dies first, Mars is certainly on the chopping block next. B-God showed up as well to throw in some swarm bugs for good measure. First rotation of the game for the Queen of Pain goes horrendously because Nico prepared to meet her in the bottom lane, and he finally does make that rotation down bottom, and this time gets 2 core kills out of it. What luck is there for Nico? What a time to be alive for him.
This Invoker has been on top of his game in terms of rotations, and he isn't even going for the urn, just straight Midas.
I don't love it.
Legion looks fairly dead to me.
Yep. Nothing they can do about that situation. Yaren, though, is going to end up losing his life for this, I imagine. Let's see. Swarm Bugs. Yep. Will be able to get the kill. No deny. And Nico already moving back towards the top lane. Looks like they're going to look for some immediate revenge here, Wingblade. Overlord looking for the Ignite slows. Stonebank still sticking around. Goes back with the Wraithfire Blast, but that's a mistake. EMP will catch him. What a time lapse from B-God. Tornado will fly through. They've already gotten Bloody 9. Stonebank, no mana remaining. Still doesn't have the level 6. Parks it now and uses the magic one. Still doesn't actually have enough to come back if he does end up going down. However, they don't want to dive him behind the tier 1 tower, so they will let Sleeping Dogs lie. However, they force them to use the full point, put it into reincarnation, not get much out of it. They kill his courier, kill his support, and the entire time Nico gets more and more farm to Wingblade. This Midas is going to come extremely fast here for this Invoker.
Yeah, I'm surprised the gold lead is so small, because it feels like every single lane is going well for 5RATFORCESTAFF, and they're finding kills as well.
Surprisingly, though, when you look at this net worth, like you mentioned, it's the Wraith King and the Mars that are occupying the top 2 pole positions. So we've seen this lately, of like, especially in Eastern Europe, where the team that'll have the most aggression and the most kills on the map are also the team that's falling behind in gold. So it's been a very interesting, like, evolution of the way that the meta is unfolding right now. And I think DogChamp, they need to be able to maintain this kind of gold lead, but I don't know. Eventually it stops working out that just farming gets you this much. Eventually they still have to do stuff on the map, not just sit back and hope for more net worth.
Yeah. Sometimes in Dota you actually have to do things. It's horrible. Okay, it's gonna go down here most likely.
Yeah. You think the whole team wants to be here, man? They want to be in the sauna or something, hanging out in the fountain. But Nico, yet again, gets himself involved in another kill. Rotating bottom, bringing down the Smars. That is practically the completion of the Midas after finishing out a few more camps. An extremely farmed Invoker. And at the same time, on the side of the DogChamp lineup, yeah, sure, they still do have this high net worth, but the scary thing, the win condition hero that we're talking about on the draft, is that Faceless Void is also getting this net worth practically uninterrupted here, Wingblade. So this hero, especially with this Invoker getting as much as he is in this mid lane, pressing this tower, eventually they'll get to the point where he has Aghanim Scepter. Then what? Then what if he gets Ags before DogChamp already? Oh, this is fight. They lose B-God here. Sonic Wave from Melissa will ensure that that happens, and they also manage to take down Overlord as well with that additional damage. They committed Arena, they committed Sonic Wave, they committed several rotations. Might seem like a lot, but they ultimately protect the tier 1 tower. And they're not done here, Wingblade. They're smoking up immediately. They want to find either more prey or at least get some more control of the Radiant jungle.
Yeah, Italiano Gangstar sees the skeletons pop bottom and he's like, alright, I'll just go top. He has a really wacky build, by the way. He went for Threads into Javelin, into Madness, into Maelstrom.
Amen. This is the build of a professional who knows exactly. I mean, this is kind of the build where you're like, whatever, you're just feeding yourself. You don't really have any warriors on the map right now. He is going to start running a little bit behind on gold, but these items will arrive. His team is still in a decent position. Does feel like right now, the way that the game is stacked up, that DogChamp have recovered marvelously from that laning phase, not just with gold, but with just how they've been able to keep the map movements going. Like, they've completely abandoned the top side of the map. They're playing very nicely down bottom. And they made that abandonment at the same time as they made that smoke through to get more control down bottom. So DogChamp clearly understand how things are supposed to go. And you were mentioning how they might have damage issues on the side of 5RATFORCESTAFF. And right now, for DogChamp, if they can keep this farm routes going, they can buy the items to make sure that the damage issues get even worse, right? Oh, Chrono, middle lane, 2 heroes caught in it. It's going to be the Lich and the Queen of Pain. The first duel of the game will come out for Quebe. We'll be able to get the kill out onto the Lich. Here's going to be the Arena, though, committed by Lucky Luke. A sharpshooter misses because there's a time lapse from B-God. Wonderfully done by the Weaver to keep himself alive. And the side of 5RATFORCESTAFF punch back hard. They lost Overlord and B-God middle. They strike back by being able to take out the Queen of Pain and also now remove the tier 1 tower away from the map in the moment.
I would give the credit for Weaver surviving to the Legion completely, because Weaver was just running in like an idiot, getting stunned, and then Quever comes in with the Dispel, and that's why the time lapse worked out.
All right, question
Don't
for you,
go
Wingblade,
around
right?
praising Weavers for fucking up. Come on.
Can't praise these supports, these lowly supports. What
Yeah,
are we
what are
doing?
they thinking? They are nothing. They're just word machines.
Question here, Wingblade. We've been talking about some of the damage issues 5RATFORCESTAFF have, right? How do they kill Faceless Void after Weaver gets Ags? Because then you have Ags time lapse, got press the attack from Quebe, to still have the time walk from Italiano Gangster. Obviously having him have BKB and Chrono as well. At that point, what do you do as DogChamp to try and bring down this win condition Faceless Void without killing everybody else first?
Right, you just buy Orchid Refresher on Quop, and then you wait for Refresher Shard to spawn in Roche. Then you buy the Shard as well. So you blink in on 2 people with the Shard, and then you silence 2 of them. Then you Orchid someone, then you Refresher, then you blink in on another 2 people, you silence them as well, and then you Orchid another person, and then 5 people are Orchided, and you can just do whatever you want.
Oh my gosh. All right, these are strats that are easy to follow. Absolutely no problem with them. And now we see Chain Frost Metal be bouncing around with the Sonic Wave as well. Enables them to kill Quebe. Will they get more out of this though? B-God. Oh no, B-God. This time there's no Quebe to save you. He ran headlong into the opposing team and will end up paying the price for this one. Ray Lesser though still wants more reward from the rest of the lineup. Looking for Overlom. They're trying to find an angle here for Mars to get in. It will be provided by Yaren with the Hoodwink. Coming through with this young Bushwhack, enabling them to get the 3rd kill. That's 3 for 1 in this mid lane. Perhaps B-God didn't need to die, but Overlom getting taken as well as Quebe. DogChamp showing that they're not going to just take this game lying down. They're going to strike back in whatever way they can here, Wingblade.
Yep. So nice of Quebe to just donate 10 damage to the Lich. He's like, supports are so poor. Let's just, you know, give him something small.
Quebe is out here being the support advocate, man. Whatever the support needs in the game, he's got you. Whether you need a press the attack, bonus dual damage, he'll even give you the extra gold you need to get you a next item. What a champion, what a pog.
Yeah, so friendly.
So
Yeah, like you mentioned, it's gonna be very hard to kill the Void once we get Aghanims on the Weaver.
Oh, are we gonna get more dual damage? Bloody 9, very low. There's the duel. All right, Quebe taking that damage back. The kindness is over here, Wingblade. He's like, all right, once and never again. I'm taking the damage this time around. That's an LC. Not only getting the gold for the kill, but look how much closer she is towards having this Blink Dagger. And she got the early Blade Mail. Once you get this Blink, it really does change things, especially because they've been able to find the kills without it so far, so it makes it so much easier once it is picked up.
Yep. And at that point, Nico is also gonna have a lot more points into the Exoid, which means that you can just duel someone anywhere and just get the kill with the Sunstrike. It makes such a big difference because usually just a Blink Blade Mail is not enough to kill Queen of Pain that has like Sanj and Kaya. But if you also have a Sunstrike, it might just be enough.
Let's hope that it does make the difference for Nico, who's getting really, really farmed, but crucially also getting pretty high up there with the experience. DogChamp doing everything they can to try and make sure that their heroes are prepared to fight at the right time. We see this Queen of Pain walking around now, about to finish the full Sanj and Kaya. And then crucially going to build into this Lincoln Sphere, because Quebe in the top lane has been a massive thorn in their side, and you really want to remove it as much as possible.
Yeah, it's a difficult co-op game. There is the duel and there is also the chrono. There is no item that counters both, and there is no item that saves Bloody 9 there.
Yep. Tried his best, even committed the Chain Frost, hoping that the Chain Frost hit plus the Sharpshooter from Yaren might be enough, but yet again, B-God taunting the Hoodwink by time-lapsing in front of his face. That's actually going to start getting on his nerves. I know whenever you play Hoodwink, it's a very tilting experience to throw out the Sharpshooter and miss. So, second time now for Yaren. His team is going to be telling him, man, just relax, don't worry about it, it's all okay. But if that happens again, then we'll have some words with you, bro. We'll have some words.
So we spoke about the Lich in the draft, but so far it hasn't really paid off that well for DogChamp. Bloody 9 is 0 and 7. It's not the dream.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it doesn't provide like the same massive utility as say like a past 5 Bane or something, where every single fight is useful. It's a very contextual utility that this hero provides. And we'll see if he can provide some of that utility now, as they're all smoked up, heading over towards the more northwestern part of the map. This could be Roshan being looked at after the tier 1 falls, because Stonebank has the Deso available, but they're coming for this as well from 5RATFORCESTAFF. Running in between several heroes. Nico caught inside the arena. Do they have the damage to kill him? Yes, they do with the Sonic Wave. They also get the damage out into Quebe, and the Chrono, it caught the LC. Wraith King does die inside the bubble, so does the Lich, but it's not a free trade. It's 2 for 2 so far. Yaren chased down by B-God, gets the Urn Charge onto him. No escape for you. He ends up getting brought down. Relessa, at the very least, able to take down Overlong for a triple kill, but Luki trying to flee from B-God as well as Italiano Gangster to avoid giving away more kills. Sadly, he fails in this endeavor as he goes down as well. 7 heroes fall, but DogChamp are the ones that come off worse for the trade, losing everybody except for the Relessa Queen of Pain. And for 5RATFORCESTAFF, the win condition hero alive, flourishing, and getting all the gold in that fight here, Wingblade.
And that was such a heads-up play from Italiano Gangster. If you pay attention here, you can see him just checking out the mana from the Wraith King. Because Wraith King definitely had reincarnation there, but because he got chronoed, he couldn't use his wand in time, and that is such a big deal, because if there is a second life there for Stonebank, there is no way that 5RATFORCESTAFF take this fight.
Yeah. They get away with it though because of great positioning, like you mentioned, and great awareness on the Chronosphere, and now we might see more of that awareness be needed because Overlong got taken out very, very quickly. That's going to open up Roshan here for the DogChamp lineup. This is not going to take long at all. They have access to a full Solar Crest on Yaren as well as this Deso on Stonebank. And they have Relessa in with these right clicks as well. Doesn't seem like 5RATFORCESTAFF have any appetite to contest this, but this first Rosh, there's no way they're going to get you in time, even though they have now scouted it out with the Sunstrike.
Nico almost has a BKB on this Invoker. That's gonna help a bit with surviving, because past few fights he just got, well, past few I say, but just the past fight, he got bursted down immediately by the Mars Arena. And that's gonna be a trend if they continue to fight without this Nico BKB. So for now, I feel like it would be best for 5RATFORCESTAFF to just chill a bit, and DogChamp in turn can really press their advantage right now, because they know the BKBs are not up. They have 3 lives on their Wraith King, so this is the time to strike for them.
Absolutely. You need to get while the iron is hot before you have to deal with these trip BKBs, which will provide a real thorn in the side. We've already discussed some of the damage problems, so trip BKBs certainly exacerbate that. You get the tower though for the 5RATFORCESTAFF lineup. DogChamp trying to fight back. Stonebank blinked forward. Doesn't really find a target though. So, bit unfortunate. Oh wait, Italiano Gangster stuck around. No arena comes out, and the swarm bugs don't connect onto Luki either. Both teams sort of posturing in this bottom area. Nobody wants to be the first to retreat, but nobody wants to be the first to all the way jump in. Stonebank looking for someone.
Stuff is very split right now. Can B-God escape? Of course, he's a god. Yeah, right? B-God? Don't you die on me, buddy.
Right. Let's see. Okay, he's got a Tumblr's Toy, dude. He's fine, dude. Weaver with a Tumblr's Toy. If he dies, honestly, I have to quit Dota. Like, he should never be in this position.
Might as well just play League.
At the very least, you know, I can delete League and not feel bad about it, but I don't think I've ever, in the last like 10 years, Dota's never not been on my computer. This game is hard. Game is hard. Yep. So one thing that's interesting though here, Wingblade, is that despite the fact that we are having all these positive things to say about how 5RATFORCESTAFF are fighting, DogChamp are still in the farm lead, and they still have the majority of the map control. They're the ones that are pressuring bottom a little bit more easily, more damage put out onto the tower. They have a bit better vision inside Radiant Jungle, and their heroes are also closing in on some pretty big power spikes. BKB arriving right now for Relessa, in tandem with the triple lives of Stonebank, as well as Stonebank having the Aghanim shot arriving too. So it feels like right now DogChamp are in. If you're ever going to try and make something happen on the map, right now has to be the time to try and do that, right?
Almost went down to Stonebank there. Could still be in trouble, but nah, should be fine. Also, the Quob didn't buy a BKB, just bought the shot.
Quebe?
Which is also
Quebe
really
jumped
good.
in for a duel. Looked like he wanted to give away a bit more damage again. Doesn't give away damage, but still loses his life in exchange for Bloody 9. There's a Chrono, though, going out onto Luki. Luki, Sunstrike from Nico enables the double kill. And that's going to be them triggering the first life onto Stonebank. Stonebank suddenly is finding himself very, very isolated. Turning around, putting damage onto Italiano Gangster, but there's a time walk. No prospect of actual damage going through. At the same time, though, look at the right clicks from Relessa. They take down Overlom. They do pop the Aegis, though. So DogChamp, though they'll keep Stonebank alive proper, I think that 5RATFORCESTAFF, they'll take it. They'll take that situation, being able to take away the Aegis, not giving away too much in the process, and still claiming overall 3 actual kills on the other side of the map.
And one day, Quebe will get his 30th point of dual damage. But for now, it's still 20. 20 minutes, 20 dual damage. What more do you need?
Hashtag calculated, fam. Knows exactly what he's doing. We in this LC we trust. Quebe knows what's up. Has Aghanim shot now so that we have that spell immunity from press the attack. So they're doubling down on that defensive prowess for their lineup, making sure that nobody's in a position to die. So even these supports, they get press the attack. You know, it's a free BKB. That'll be nice. Weaver can now focus 100% on just getting this Axe as quickly as humanly possible. Top lane, though, they found Italiano Gangster. Oh, no. Do they have enough to kill him? Yes, they do. Relessa with a Sonic Wave. They catch him out. Oh, my goodness. That is huge, Wingblade. DogChamp now have the opportunity to take a tier 2. And just so much more map spaces open up for them without the Faceless Void being alive.
Yeah, and that was really sloppy from Italiano Gangstar because Stonebank blinked away quite far away and went for the Wraith Fire Blast. And Italiano Gangster didn't want to BKB it. He didn't want to waste his BKB, so as a result, they could just follow up very slowly and calmly for Luki Luki with the arena. And now Nico could be in trouble. He's just gonna TP out. With a BKB, that's how you do it, Mr. Void.
You literally mentioned it that once this BKB emerges, suddenly Mars will not be able to just jump in and burst this Invoker. And we see exactly why. Pop the BKB, suddenly the only thing that on the enemy team that can threaten you at all is going to be the Sonic Wave and some right clicks from Wraith King. So good move there to get out of that situation. I think after what happened to Italiano Gangster, the memo has been sent out throughout the entire team that BKBs are less valuable than actual lives. So if you need to use a BKB to save your life, do it 100% of the time. As Quebe doesn't have a BKB just yet, though, so he gets jumped on by the Smars. Luki Luki gets the kill, but it gets followed up by a 3-hero Chronosphere. Will there be enough damage to finish off these heroes? 2 will fall. Sunstrike onto Mars, right clicks onto Lich. 2 dead. Reincarnation will help Stonebank, but not in the best position. Doesn't have a BKB of his own, so Italiano Gangster with his own BKB will prove a huge threat here. They do end up losing the Weaver, as the Invoker as well as the Legion Commander, but Italiano Gangster swiftly finds revenge by right-clicking through Relessa. Queen of Pain will go down. Everybody but Hoodwink will go down. And DogChamp, they looked for that fight, Wingblade, but what they found was way bigger than what they could actually chew.
Yeah, that was a really spicy chrono, and you can kill the Legion, sure, but I don't think the Legion is the real threat here. The reason why killing Legion is nice, because he can no longer save the Void, but if you expend all of your resources killing the Legion, well, then the Void is still there, and he kind of achieved his goals, right?
Yeah. Huge chrono. Big spells from Invoker. Sure, Invoker dies in the process as well, but you'll certainly take it given the pattern of that fight. And given that Italiano Gangster just continues to keep surviving, keep getting more and more farm. Sure, rating is at the top of the net worth, but it kind of feels like right now the utilization of Italiano Gangster's net worth is just scarier for the Dire team than what the Wraith King's usage of his net worth is for the Radiant. Luki Luki, though, finds another Spear of Mars back. Quebe might be looking for more dual damage here. Who are they going to jump on? He goes in, he finds the Mars. There's going to be the Sunstrike flying in, but the Chain Frost from Bloody 9, it bounces between Italiano Gangster and Quebe. Quebe won't die just yet, does get brought down eventually by this Queen of Pain. Quick kill there. Did find a double kill to start with, though, so 2 for 2. Nico. Ooh, wow, that was a big right click from Stonebank. Not enough to actually kill Nico just yet, though. Able to ghost walk away to safety. 2-2. That one seemed a little bit better for the side of DogChamp, where they managed to ensure that they get the kill on the hero that came in with the double. And also, if he didn't pop BKB and time walk away, Italiano Gangster probably dies there as well. So you're definitely feeling a lot better about your prospect in future fights off the back of that first one.
Beagle does have his Aghanims now, so if he's in a good position, then I'm not sure how they're ever gonna kill the Gangstar.
Oh god, it happened. Ags out, press the attack with Aghanim shot out. The one thing though, Wingblade, is for the most part, we haven't always seen, at least in the last like 5 minutes, that Italiano Gangster is necessarily with his team, unless he absolutely has to. So there could be those small pockets of opportunity, but I can't believe that from now onwards they would ever have him be alone, right? It's too easy to keep him alive and too risky not to have like 3-4 heroes behind him at all times.
Very true. But of course, this is Dota, and carries are known to not do logical things sometimes.
Amen. Why are you reading me for filth, Wingblade? You know I'm a carry player, Bridge. You know.
Oh, you should know better than anyone that this could be the perfect time for a carry to just, you know, start hitting creeps.
Listen, as a carry player, that's why I wasn't surprised he died top without popping BKB. I expected it. It's supposed to happen. And he's now pops BKB, and Chrono's only onto Yaren though. A solitary hoodwink Chrono, but at the same time, there's going to be a jump with the Legion Commander duel onto this Queen of Pain. She dies as well throughout the Sonic Wave, recognizing she probably didn't have enough time to blink away. And with her losing her life, Luki extremely isolated where he's at. Stonebank though coming back. There's no more BKB on this Faceless Void, but there's the B-God throwing in the Ags time-lapse, keeping this Faceless Void alive, and he's gonna reward B-God by giving him the death of Bloody 9. Now they're chasing onto Luki, bringing him down as well. It's only Stonebank who managed to get himself away, but nobody else will be as lucky. 5RATFORCESTAFF show off the power of the Faceless Void, the power of the Aghanim Scepter B-God, and just the power of fight selection in that situation.
Still no dual damage, but I just want to emphasize that the win condition for 5RATFORCESTAFF is not a Legion with 200 dual damage. It's making sure that he gets the saves and he gets the lockdown. So he's doing a really good job, even though he doesn't have a lot of damage. He is finding the setups for his team, and Italiano Gangstar is using the space to carry this game. Still though, DogChamp is very much not out of this game yet. Stonebank, he has his BKB, he's closing in on an Assault Cuirass, and the lineup does scale reasonably well into the late game as well, just not quite as well as the Rats.
Yeah, unfortunately, Faceless Void is one of these heroes that's just a bit stupid in the late game. You know, the idea of just locking down heroes for 5-6 seconds is insane. B-God, did you just see what B-God did? He broke a 4-hero smoke here, preventing them from being able to rush in and try and fight and contest the Sages. They take the life immediately of Overlord, and B-God yet again sort of reveals himself in an unnecessary situation, does end up dying at the edge of the arena. That death feels really painful. I think in this game, Weaver can't afford to keep dying. They need him to get to this Blink Dagger so he has the long distance save. But every time Weaver is dead, you just have no fear as DogChamp. You're just immediately going to press onto towers because you know that the one big hero that allows Italiano Gangster to play as forward-facing as he is right now, without him, he's not going to do such... It really does have the Aegis. There's no point like triggering Aegis or BKB just for a tier 2 tower. So building goes down for free here, Wingblade, and DogChamp thinking about at least hurting the tier 3 tower for now.
Yeah, it's... Ooh. Okay,
Cataclysm. They kill Mars. Stonebank can't get the big brought down just yet because Bloody 9 there with the sinister gaze. That plus the huge hit of the sharpshooter allows them to claim away the life of Italiano Gangster. Stonebank caught in with the tornado. Will he be able to armlet toggle to safety? Of course, this Lich cannot do that. Grab it!
Gets it.
Bonus dual damage, baby. Level 18, so it's plus 30. We're now up to plus 50. It's almost like he's been getting plus 10s all the time. It's fine. Great hold on the high ground. And DogChamp find themselves taking away the Aegis of Italiano Gangster. But what do you think? Is this worthwhile? So they take the Aegis, right? They force them away from their side of the map, despite 5RATFORCESTAFF having a lead. They put some damage on a tier 3. They were probably going to lose this tier 2 no matter what middle anyway. So it's painful to lose this fight, especially giving all the gold to Italiano Gangster. But is it better maybe than having him play the next 5 minutes with the Aegis? What would you have done in this situation?
It's definitely not worth it for DogChamp. They just disrespected the 3v5. Let's see, are we gonna have a replay? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, just too much damage in the chrono with the Cataclysm reveal. And then Void is like, alright, I didn't use my BKB in the first fight, so I'll use it now. And DogChamp just straight up loses 3 heroes.
Yep. Oof. And it's kind of frustrating for them how quickly those heroes just ended up going down, right? They went down in a hurry. And that's after they managed to keep a hero alive inside Chronosphere. You know, the fact that they're at a point in the game where as long as Italiano Gangster has BKB, even without Chrono, it can just jump forward and just rinse your team. This is very problematic. And even more problematic, Wingblade. For the first time in the game, it's actually happened, and it's happening proper. Faceless Void is the #1 net worth. And I don't know about you, but a lot of games that I see, it takes a long time for Void to get to this point. But once he's here, it feels very difficult to dislodge him from this pole position.
He's still very reliant on his ulti, though. For the next, 100 seconds, it's not gonna be a super decisive victory if a fight were to break out for the 5RATFORCESTAFFs. So this does buy some space for DogChamp. However, they still have heroes dead for a little while, so they can't really capitalize. Luckily, Nico is gonna be back.
Yep. Yay, he's back. Where do we go for Nico after this? So he's going Shivas. Actually, well, that kind of makes it less interesting. I was gonna ask, are we going Shivas, Hex, or Octarine? Oh, goes Shivas.
Oh, I think Shivas, yeah.
Oh, easiest one. All right, fine. Let's make it more difficult. Where does this Queen of Pain go after she finishes the Lincoln Sphere?
I think Shivas as well. Could buy a Hex as well, but I think they have enough stun. She just needs to survive. She's so squishy right now.
Ugh. This is an interesting game right now between the two sides. 5RATFORCESTAFF, although they are ahead, they still recognize that they are quite reliant on their team fight prowess. And they're trying to play very carefully around it. Making sure Italiano Gangster is only around allies. They don't have the chrono right now, but almost up. Another 50 seconds is all they have to wait for. In the meantime, they'd love to be able to claim this tier 2 in the top lane. Second one of the map for them. Nico's going to start pressing onto it. And Nico is in a very scary spot. Max Exort has Cataclysm. But very scarily for me is we are now at the point where we're getting close to where Invoker can start putting in these talents. And I feel like Invoker talents can feel very, very nice at the latter portions of the game. And they're trying to force a comeback here, Wingblade. They're just going on the high ground. Okay, what do you make of this?
Yeah, why not? Gangstar, very cookie. Without Chronosphere ready, just hitting high ground for a bit, just forcing the enemy back.
Yeah. Having time walk, press the attack, time lapse. There's a lot of time spells in this game, but also just a lot of protection. And you might need it because DogChamp, they're coming out right now. Rayla Lisa on this Queen of Pain was hoping to try and find somebody, and so Stonebank gets in front of Italiano Gangster. This is maybe not the fight you want. Italiano Gangster literally just staring you in the face and saying, now what, mate? Now going onto the high ground, they go dual Cataclysm. It allows them to immediately bring down Yaren. Arena will be thrown out by Luki. At the same time, there's going to be a Sinister Gaze with a Sonic Wave and a Chain Frost onto Italiano Gangster. Gone in the blink of an eye. BKB was already used. No chrono available for him, and now they can just clean up house. Rayla Lisa takes down Overlord while Stonebanks removes Quebe from the map. 3 heroes for the price of 1. And 5RATFORCESTAFF, they jumped in with the duel, the Cataclysm, all these nice spells, but ultimately they lose their most important hero on the map here, Wingblade.
Yeah. That was a little bit sloppy from Italiano Gangstar. He used his BKB to man-fight Stonebank, which isn't really worth it, and then his Chrono was still up, but his BKB wasn't, and he's like, oh, now I'm just gonna jump like 200 miles away from my team, and he just gets instantly bursted. Because both Weaver and Legion Commander are out of range. And they're gonna pay dearly for this. There is buyback on Void, but he doesn't want to use it.
Already having to sacrifice a lane.
Oof.
So we even spoke about it a little bit earlier, right? About how if he's, as much as there's this defensive prowess behind him, it means nothing if he's playing far away from the team. And he was so disciplined for so long, making sure not to play far away from the team, but a solitary moment of madness gets to his head. Ugh, carry players, man, what can you do? What can you do? All my carry players in chat, you all know that's happened to you more than once. It is what it is.
Yeah, and that is the downside of these kinds of lineups. When you're a very teamfight dependent lineup, if you lose a teamfight, well, you're fucked. Because you're gonna have to wait really long for like the next set of cooldowns, and in that time the skirmishing lineup is just gonna be so much stronger. But now BKB is up, Chrono is up, so once again 5RATFORCESTAFF is gonna be in fighting shape. They just need to make sure to use their spells. Because last time they didn't use their spells and they lost the fight. It's easy, Snare. It's really easy.
Super simple. Just hit all your opponents with your spells and kill them all. You know, it's not very difficult. Dota's an easy game like that.
Literally just click your buttons.
Yeah, what could be so difficult about that, you know? What sucks now though is that although they really have the incentive to go and fight on the map with all these big team fastballs like you mentioned, DogChamp no longer have that incentive, right? As the skirmish lineup who's claimed the opening lane of Rax, you can sit pretty for a while, you know? Wait for the opponent to try and make a mistake, try to force a fight on the map somewhere. You're no longer the ones that feel like you're in any kind of rush at this point. And pretty much play a bit more lackadaisically without as much pressure on you as there was before. Especially with these illusions of Wraith King. Stonebank just tanking up the tower damage to allow there to be constant pushing in of this creep wave towards the bottom tier 3.
Yeah. I think DogChamp does want to keep up the tempo though, because if this goes like super late, there is nothing that beats double Chrono plus double Cataclysm. I don't think they can deal with that, even with the Wraith King reincarnation. You can literally just pop 2 Chronos on him, and DogChamp has nothing left. Because we spoke about Void being the win condition for the rats. At the same time, Wraith King is the big win condition for the dogs. Also, I love how both of the teams are animals.
Rats and dogs. Alright, so we're gonna see if the rats or the dogs win this one. Right now,
No,
ironically enough, the rats are getting ratted. Yeah, we made the same joke. And they're gonna succeed first. Reign of Rax gone. They're gonna be able to return in time to defend this. Italiano Gangster jump forward to try and scout out someone to Chrono, but won't be able to do so. We'll get onto a Lich, but it's not enough. It's not enough. They've lost the lane of Rax, and there's no way they're gonna be able to get this one in time, because Bloody 9 with the Frost Shield on towers, I kind of feel like that shouldn't be allowed to work, but it does. And it will prevent Italiano Gangster from taking the tower. He actually jumps forward with dude, you have to run now. Now you have to run. This is so bad. They jump on him. They're looking for a way to be able to dish out the damage. Oh no, Chrono goes back with the Cataclysm. Rela Lisa still alive. Chain Frost bouncing in. They get the blink away with the Queen of Pain. Stoneback in the midst of the fray. Not dead just yet. Somehow, nobody's actually lost their lives here. Italiano Gangster. Chain Frost bounced back onto him. Relasa came back directly onto the Wasteless Void? What? Road Vessel actually almost killed him in that situation. Close.
Okay, well, the rats are throwing, Snare.
Oh gosh. That's 2 lanes of Rack Swing Blade with no reprisal, no counterplay at all.
This is so rough, and Chrono is still on cooldown right now. It feels like 5RATFORCESTAFF is so much stronger, but they just can't bring it home. They do get some bounties, that's nice. But goodness. DogChamp. They're stealing this one away.
Oh gosh. They are looking hella crisp right now on the side of DogChamp with this theft job coming in like a thief in the night, creeping up on them, and 5RATFORCESTAFF, they've still managed to maintain the gold lead for the vast majority of this game, but ultimately, it doesn't mean anything if you're losing it. and you're in a situation where you don't have as much map control. You've 2 lanes of racks down. They need this next fight. This smoke cannot fail. They need a way to be able to find heroes to jump on. They don't have exact vision on these DogChamp heroes at the moment. But, oh, jump. Ooh, Rayla
so
Lisa,
close.
nice blink away from him.
If he messed up his chrono there, they would have just lost the game. It's all or nothing.
It's 110 to... Oof, Stonebank. Okay, 2-shotting the Ogre. There's going to be the chrono. Catches onto 2. Cataclysm comes in, but not enough damage. Hex flying through from Lisa onto this Faceless Void. They've caught him at the edge of this Mars arena. They kill him with the Sharpshooter. Void dead. No buyback for Italiano Gangster. Couldn't be saved by the B-God time-lapse, and now Quebe doesn't have BKB anymore, so he gets right-clicked down by Stonebank. The same is going to be true of B-God. Sonic Wave, in fact, from Rayla Lisa pierces him all the way through, and that's going to be a very big kill. 3 heroes have fallen. The Chronosphere completely whiffed, and now Roshan with the cheese and an Aghanim Scepter going the way of the side of DogChamp.
Let's see, they got the duel and the chrono on the same target. And then Void didn't pop his BKB in time, so the duration was wasted. And of course, Lucky has an Eon Disc as well, so it was a perfect storm of things going wrong for 5RATFORCESTAFF and DogChamp. Just very nice positioning, and Lucky really playing to the strengths of his hero, just being annoying tanky fuck in the front line. Line. Yeah.
Oh boy.
This could be the end.
Well, you know, we asked several times throughout the cast today, how on earth do they kill Faceless Void? Well, it helps a lot if the Void comes to you, allows himself, puts himself into your hands. And now, DogChamp, here they are on the high ground. They've taken their tier 3 tower. Stonebank will drop the first life, but this is level 25 Raid King, whatever, reincarnation, not that long. We get a kick kill onto Overlom. They might lose at least 1 hero, but unfortunately, there is just not enough damage on 5RATFORCESTAFF without the access to the Faceless Void. And now there's going to be the second Cataclysm with the duel as well from Quebe. But look at this, not enough damage. They eventually get the kill onto the Lich, but unfortunately, because of that initial Aeon Disc, they won't be able to get as much. Wait, did they get the duel on him?
Yeah.
They did. Awesome.
There is
finally get some additional
162 HP standing between DogChamp and Mega Creeps. They still have an Aegis, they have a cheese, they have whatever they want. They just need 2 Raid King hits on the range racks.
Oh gosh.
To potentially end this game.
This is going to be the most epic defensive range racks I've ever seen in my life. 160 HP, 5RATFORCESTAFF, all the important heroes gathered around this mid lane. But Stonebank, like you said, blinks in, not even 2 hits, just needed the 1. He's got it, pops BKB to get out. He knows that, okay, chrono me. You don't have the damage right now, so they get out. They've got the Megas, and they don't have to worry about the uber late game here, Wingblade, because they've gotten themselves to the point where 5RATFORCESTAFF have very few options left for them winning this game. Despite having some incredible late game scaling against Megas, having to get to that point is certainly going to be an uphill climb. Oh, chrono. Lisa, is there enough damage here? I'm not sure.
No.
There's the Sinister Gaze. Italiano Gangster can't finish it off. Lisa, can he blink away? Oh, gets bashed. Great bash coming in. That will allow them to get the kill. Gangster throwing in Chrono yet again, trapping in the Queen of Pain, not allowing her to escape. The right clicks will come. The right clicks will not succeed just yet. She's still gonna die, but Aghanim Scepter keeps her alive for now, enables her to get the kill back onto Quebe. She does now lose her life, but Overlom and Quebe have done so themselves as well. Gangster, who will be able to find Yaren? No, he doesn't, but they've isolated Stonebank. There will be an Incarnation buyback coming in from the Legion Commander. There's going to be Gangster. Time-lapse back after the Mars Spear, put him towards the wall. They will be able to kill the Mars, but it does come at the cost of the Invoker's life as well, who buys back instantly, but the Sinister Gaze enables them to kill Italiano Gangster. He's gone. 100 seconds. Does have buyback, but my gosh, has no other options. B-God comes back into the fray. He immediately gets taken out as well. No buyback available for the Weaver. Bought back last time. And now with only 2 heroes to defend, a maximum of 4. Ogre's about to respawn. Faceless Void will buy back, but it's 5v4. Only the Ancient survives. Wingblade, can they hold this game still?
Well, they have approximately 0 chronos for the next minute. They don't have buybacks on their important heroes. The Void is lacking damage, the Legion is lacking damage, the Invoker has damage, but I don't think it's gonna be enough.
Well, they're gonna jump in right now to Quibit, lacking damage, but not yet lacking life. Still able to retreat back towards the fountain. However, they have blown the Cataclysm. Italiano Gangster uses the usage of the BKB, nothing doing. Quebe very nearly died, managed to stay alive for 1 more second. Enables them at the long loss to take the first life of a Stonebank, but as revenge, he takes away the last life of Overlom. 3v5 now, no more defenses. Nico throws in Tornado, triple Meteors. The Meatballs don't do all that much. The Cataclysm would do, doesn't even kill Yaren here. Eventually this Hoodwink will die, but at the same time, Italiano Gangster finds himself in the midst of several enemies who don't care about him. They just care about trying to win this game. They're aiming for the Ancient, but they haven't done it. Stonebank died. He's gonna go down. Moss doesn't have enough damage to do it himself. Gonna try BKB, TP out. Will he succeed? No, he's gonna stay here. He's gonna stay here because they brought back Stonebank coming back. BKB, right clicks, all they need. GG, well played.